You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome to the deep dive. We're your fast track to getting up to speed on some pretty complex stuff. Today, we're sifting through a whole pile of different sources, looking for those really interesting, impactful bits across tech, business, human behavior, you name it. Basically trying to make sense of what's really happening out there.
Exactly. And the goal isn't just knowing facts, it's becoming genuinely well-informed. We're going to try and connect some dots, maybe find those aha moments hidden in all this info that seems totally separate at first glance.
Okay, let's dive in then. There's this fascinating study, right? It seems humans are actually kind of subtly mimicking AI language. These so-called GPT words, like delve, underscore, stuff like that. Apparently, they started popping up way more in YouTube videos, podcasts, whatever, right after ChatGPT launched a couple of years back. It's like our vocabulary shifting.
Yeah, and that's the really interesting part. It shows AI's influence isn't just about the tools we use. It's like creeping into how we actually talk. It's reshaping our language, almost without us noticing. It's kind of this quiet evolution driven by code. That's the big aha, I think.
Yeah.
AI isn't just what we use. It's starting to change how we express ourselves.
Wow. Okay, so if AI is changing our words, it's definitely moving into our wallets too. OpenAI, the ChatGPT folks, they're apparently planning to put a payment system right inside the chatbot. So it wouldn't just suggest, say, a new gadget. It could actually handle the checkout for you.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a big play to make some money, right? Especially with those reports saying they lost, like $5 billion last year. But, doesn't that totally change online shopping? And can you really trust a chatbot with your credit card?
Well, you're right to ask. It absolutely could reshape e-commerce big time. It sounds efficient, sure, but think about the competition for, regular online stores. It's huge. And yeah, the questions around data security, consumer trust, how you even regulate AI handling direct sales, we're just scratching the surface on that stuff. It's a massive challenge to how things work now.
Okay, so from words and wallets, let's talk about tech literally getting closer to our brains. Synchron's Stentrode, this brain-computer interface, what makes it really stand out is how they implant it. It's much less invasive.
Right.
Instead of, drilling into your skull, they thread this thing through a vein near the motor cortex. So it's close to the brain, but not actually in it, surgically speaking. They've already done it in 10 people since 2019, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
How big a deal is this less invasive method?
Oh, it's huge, immensely significant. Often, the biggest barrier for neurotech is how invasive the surgery is. So by lowering that barrier, Synchron isn't just making it, safer. They're potentially opening it up to way more people. This could be the thing that really boosts the whole field, making brain-computer interfaces more accessible, maybe with less risk, faster recovery.
Yeah.
All of that.
Right. And speaking of broader applications, moving from augmenting humans to reinventing really old industries, like farming, this idea of a fully autonomous farm, it used to sound like science fiction, didn't it? But looking at the sources, it seems like it's getting pretty close to reality. The AI, the drones, robotic pickers, apparently most of the tech is either here or almost ready.
Yeah, the pieces are falling into place.
So if the tech's nearly there, what's actually holding it back? What are the real roadblocks?
Well, and this is kind of funny. It's not really the super high-tech stuff that's the main problem. It boils down to two things, really.
Yeah.
Just the sheer cost of setting all this up everywhere and, believe it or not, reliable internet connectivity out in rural areas.
Yeah.
Still a challenge.
Yeah.
But the potential impact, massive. For global food supply, for labor.
Yeah.
It's basically rethinking how we grow food entirely.
Okay, another shift. It's one maybe closer to home for some listeners. Linux. The operating system. It apparently just crossed the 5% desktop market share mark in the US, which might not sound huge, but it's a noticeable jump.
It is.
Seems like more folks are getting fed up with Windows or Mac OS, maybe privacy worries, wanting more customization, or just the cost of being locked into those ecosystems. And things like Ubuntu or Fedora, they're apparently much easier for non-techie people to use now.
Right. And that's significant because it shows a growing interest in open source, maybe more control over your own tech. It signals a shift in what users are starting to prioritize. Privacy, flexibility, maybe pushing back against the big players a bit.
Okay, let's quickly touch on cars and vacation homes. Bit of a switch here. Tesla's apparently rolling out some new models specifically for China, a Model 3 Plus with longer range, and a Model YL, which is a longer Model Y, maybe with 3 rows. It's like 7 inches longer. Part of a price war over there, it seems.
Yeah, tailoring models for specific key markets like China is crucial. It shows how competitive that space is getting, especially with local manufacturers. They have to adapt.
And then, this maybe surprised me, the luxury vacation home market. It's valued at, get this, $1.3 trillion. There's this company, Picasso, leading the way with a co-ownership model. Makes it more accessible, I guess. They've delivered around 200 homes, made over $110 million in gross profit.
It just shows how even in these really high-end niche markets, there's still room for innovative business models. People want access, and companies are finding clever ways, like fractional ownership, to meet that demand, even for multi-million-dollar properties.
So wrapping this all up, what does it all mean for you listening? We've bounced around quite a bit today, from AI changing how we talk and shop, to less invasive brain tech, robot farms on the horizon, shifts in operating systems, even luxury homes. It's kind of mind-bending how fast everything is changing, isn't it?
It really is. And maybe the main takeaway for you is just seeing how connected all this stuff actually is, even when it seems completely separate. AI influences language, which influences commerce, while neurotech advances alongside autonomous systems. It's all weaving together into something new. Our world is being reshaped, and maybe faster than we realize. So the question to leave you with is, which of these changes, these threads we talked about, do you think is going to have the biggest impact on your world? Something to think about.
Spoken Tech for your ears.